Who could replace Sebastian Vettel at Aston Martin? In case you've been living under a rock, four-time champ Sebastian Vettel has decided that at the end of this year, he's going to retire. Cue sad noises. Now, I know we aren't all particularly emotionally prepared to discuss this, but it does open the opportunity for a driver to take his seat in 2023. But who could it be? So, whilst we wipe away the tears, there are quite a few names who could replace Vettel and sit alongside Lance Stroll in next year's Aston Martin. We've just got to assume at this point Stroll is staying because, well, his dad owns the team. NICO Hulkenberg. Having not been in a full-time racing seat since leaving Renault in 2019, NICO has spent the last few years subbing in for unavailable Racing Point and Aston Martin drivers. He even subbed in for Vettel himself at the beginning of this season and beat Stroll twice. This makes him a pretty reasonable candidate to replace Seb in 2023. However, at 37 years old, Hulkenberg isn't exactly an up-and-comer, but has at least proven to be a very good backup. You have to wonder if they can't find someone in time, NICO will be the choice. Fernando Alonso. With his contract with Alpine running out at the end of the year, Fernando Alonso has been highly tipped to re-sign with the French team, but he hasn't put pen to paper yet, or at least we know of. Alonso is pretty motivated to continue his 16-year-long F1 career and has no plans to retire anytime soon. In a press conference before Hungary, he said, "My priority is to be with Alpine. We've been working and developing this project together for 2 years now. We are more and more competitive." However, if the deal were to fall through, a free seat at Aston Martin could be Fernando's ticket to continuing in Formula 1. He also has said all the teams are an option as long as they don't have 2 drivers signed. With how much Aston have been struggling this year though, you can't imagine Fernando will be wanting to jump to them over Alpine. Daniel Ricciardo. We haven't seen the Daniel Ricciardo that left Red Bull for some time now, and the Aussie has continued to struggle alongside Lando Norris at McLaren. So in the name of turning over a new leaf, could a move to Aston Martin take the pressure off a bit? Of course, Ricciardo has already announced that he intends to remain with McLaren until the end of his contract in 2023, but as an 8-time race winner, he's probably near the top of Aston Martin's most wanted list. And would it be a good move? He's turned over a lot of leaves in the last few years. I personally think it may well be though. My prediction is that he will be the person that takes Sebastian Vettel's seat. Mick Schumacher. Although he's made some big strides in the last few races, Mick's time at Haas has been a bit of a roller coaster. Yes, he's had his fair share of triumphs like getting his first points at Silverstone and beating out Kevin Magnussen in Austria, but he's also had some pretty big shunts and a telling off or two from Gunther Steiner. A move to Aston Martin would not only mean he would be following in the footsteps of Seb, but Mick would also be following the same career path as his dad, as it was Aston Martin, or formerly known as Jordan, that gave Michael Schumacher his start in Formula 1. You could argue though that right now Haas are the more competitive team. However, if you look ahead, say 5 years, which team are you going to put your money on having a faster car? For me, it's Aston Martin. Oscar Piastri. Whilst Piastri has been linked elsewhere on the grid, it's probably a call Aston Martin will make anyway. The Formula 2 champion has been on the F1 sidelines for a full year, so a free F1 seat is probably enough to turn his head. He is wildly rumoured to be going to Williams though, so it may well be too late. Nick de Vries. De Vries has spent the majority of his career waiting in a Mercedes garage, but this could finally be his chance to get in an F1 seat. He won the Formula 2 title in 2019, but has been unable to break into F1 ever since, competing in Formula E instead, which he won the world title in 2021. However, after his FP1 test with Mercedes in France, Toto Wolff said he can't help the Dutchman get an F1 seat. Could Aston Martin give him that chance? Honourable mentions. On the current F1 grid, there are still a few drivers who do not have confirmed seats for next year. Alex Albon and Nicholas Latifi are both out of contract with Williams at the end of the year, but Albon will probably stay on, with Piastri set to replace Latifi for 2023. Zhou Guanyu could entertain an offer, but has had a solid rookie campaign with Alfa Romeo, so might earn a second season in 23. Yuki Tsunoda is the only other driver that is out of contract at the end of 2022, but as a Red Bull Junior, it seems pretty likely that he'll re-sign with AlphaTauri for next year. Whilst it's sad to see Vettel go, his retirement has kicked off F1 silly season into full swing. There you have it, a look into who could replace Vettel at Aston. Who do you think will get the call up? Let us know in the comment section below.